So TUMI TURNA is a piano DJ. I initially started playing hip hop actually, and then I rebranded when I moved to Joburg. So I'm from Durban, and I've been DJing for about almost 3 years, 2.5, somewhere there. And yeah, just growing, learning, being in different environments, and that's TUMI TURNA. So there's a lot of different challenges, but one thing for sure is, as a female DJ, I hate to use the word female DJ firstly, because it really puts us into a box where now your comparison is not necessarily the industry as a whole, but now it's like other women DJs, and it does break down the unity that we should have. So I just like to say I'm a DJ, or I am a woman that DJs, done. But in terms of challenges, one thing is for sure is that as a woman that DJs, you are scrutinized a little bit more heavily in terms of your skills in comparison to men. Another challenge is you do have to prove yourself a little bit more and a little bit extra, because there is a bit of a underlying tone of, can she really DJ, or is she just pretty? When you start this journey, the thing that separates the good from the great is the people that actually stick it out. Because it's very easy to start, and the beginning phase of it is learning. The beginning phase of it is just playing. But the actual work is behind the scenes. It's making sure that you have your content, be it making reels, be it getting a photographer at an extra cost. On top of that, it's visibility. And with visibility, you need money to invest in yourself. And the beginning phases, I can't lie to you, when I came to Joburg, the first year, I was doing free gigs the whole year. Maybe once a month, once every 2 months, there'll be someone who pays me, but I was genuinely just doing free gigs just to get out there and network and make sure people see me, make sure that I can grow relationships with promoters. A lot of people will not take you at the first try. Some promoters have booked me not knowing that 4 months ago, I actually sent them a DM or a message asking to be booked at that venue. And only after seeing my growth and seeing my pages to say, oh, she's actually doing something, then they were like, oh yeah, go on, Jay, can we, remember you gave me up 6 months ago, I'm back. We all know, music-wise, sex does sell in general, showing a little bit of skin does sell, but it's about what is comfortable with you as a person. If you are not comfortable showing a lot of skin, you do not have to show a lot of skin. It's not the only way to get through the industry, honestly. What really does sell you is just being a cool person. Like, for me personally, sometimes, but like, what really makes my relationships with other people and what makes some people gravitate to me is I'm just cool, man. And that's what I'm comfortable with. So how I market myself as a DJ is I go out. If I'm not playing gigs, I will go to other venues and show my face if I can, and just chill. Because one thing is, it's a small fickle reason, but venue owners want to see that you have some sort of loyalty to them. They love to see that you don't just come through to get a bag and leave. They love to see that, oh, okay, on a random Thursday, TUMI will go to, I don't know, like Live. And having that sort of a relationship of just going to the venues out of the time and the goodness of your heart really helps a lot. And for me, it's helped so much because I just showed my face, and by them seeing me, they'd be like, oh, wait, TUMI, next week, actually, let's put you on. So what inspired my name actually was my mentor. At the time when he was teaching me, his name is Tashinga. He said that we needed to come up with a name. So we were sitting in the lounge and we were just like, okay, guys, what's a potential name? And the best thing that we did was we decided to use a name that doesn't have the acronym DJ, because that kind of almost sets you in a bit of a box. Because if it's easier to market yourself if you're just a name. If it's TRQ or if it's Mo, just TUMI TURNA. I could sell no my. I don't just have to be a DJ. So make sure that your name is catchy. But in terms of what inspired it really was, firstly, Fairly Odd Parents, the Fairly Odd Godparents. What's the tuition? Fairly Odd Parenting, that one was my favorite cartoon, one. And at the time, he was also singing the song TUMI TURNA, which was popular on YouTube when Designer was about to drop it. So he was like, TUMI TURNA, it fits, catchy. And I was a hip-hop DJ at the time, so it made people like really remember my name because of like TUMI TURNA. Okay. How was it playing on big stages? Every experience is different. So I wouldn't want to categorize things as like super huge stages or not. To me, every opportunity is an opportunity, even if it's a smaller venue and there's not many people, because you could have your name on a poster for a very big event, but you're playing the opening. But it's still an opportunity. That's what really matters. I've had so much fun. I've really enjoyed it. It's been, again, the best networking platforms. It's also helped build my confidence, and things like Tanzania are good opportunities for up-and-coming DJs because they give chances to us. And for the most part, it's just enjoy every single set regardless of how many people are there. Treat it as if there are already 100,000 people in front of you. How to get a good manager? There is no set stone way. One good way is to approach somebody that you trust. So a lot of managers end up being people that were friends or people that just had spare time and were willing to just help and support you and do your day-to-day things, and they grow with you. I would better advise taking somebody who's new, who is learning just as you go, as opposed to going for someone who's already established, because some people don't have too great of reputations as managers, and you might just be selling your soul to something that may not work out for you. Rather take someone that has grown with you, seen the struggles, and will be able to see the money, see the investments of everything, because they will make sure that they do the best job that they can. My road manager, Dapa's the best person that I've actually worked with in terms of road management. And he was my friend first before he became my road manager. And he saw a gap, and he had also helped some of his friends. And through that, we've really grown together, and he's really seen me. So he makes sure that my content is posted. He gets me to gigs safely. He makes sure that, okay, cool, what do you need? We need an outfit. But just go with someone who has been in the industry as well, because that will also set you a little bit more ahead. So if you have some promoter friends who are just like, okay, maybe we can do this, and they don't have too strict obligations, take them, because you guys, it's a symbiotic relationship. You're helping each other, because you don't know that if this person is now your manager, what can they do for their own career? Because a lot of people actually end up finding themselves enjoying that role and wanting to grow in it as well. The best advice that I can give to aspiring female DJs is be very intentional with what you're doing. As you're learning, my biggest tip is manifest. Everything that I've ever done, I've actually written down in my journal, just to keep my mind in check and just to make sure that I'm focused. So be it venues, I'll write them down. Make note of the promoters that work at those venues. Follow them on Instagram. Interact with their posts. Send them a DM. Even if they don't book you immediately, at some point it will come in clutch. Go out, be yourself, enjoy yourself, because there's nothing better for women in piano specifically. We're not just playing music, we're also selling the culture of Amapiano. And this is actually quite a good genre for women DJs especially, because overseas they're really looking for not just the good music, but they want to see, how do I dance to this music? How do I enjoy it? And the women are the ones that are carrying the culture. We may not necessarily have all the production skills to make our own music, but we know how to sell the music. So I don't want to say what are my top 3 fillers, because they change. Another word of advice is collect music. Get in touch with producers. Be closer to them, because whenever they have a new song that's about to come out, they will send it to you. Play it. Tag them on your IG stories, because that builds a bit of loyalty and trust with each other, so that they will send you more music, so that you actually don't have a set that you play all the time. My sets change every week. Maybe 1 or 2 songs I'll play. Like I'll play Reggae 2 just for nostalgia, because people, when you play for an older crowd, you also need to have a little bit more commercial, because they want to remember the songs of 2021, 2022. When you play for a youthful crowd, you can go off in any sort of a direction, but mix everything. A good basis for me is that in my sets, I make sure that I have 2-3 exclusive songs that nobody's heard of that move, 2-3 commercial songs that will just bring your attention back, and then whatever else is kind of popular here and there, you know, TikTok and stuff like that. But ultimately, what you should know is that as a female DJ, the crowd gives you direction and you tell them how far to go with your set.
Just give me 3. Just 3. That's very hard, like.
The crowd likes, they like Rekere too for nostalgia. Of course, they really like Fellow Liti's Midnight Prayer. A most recent song that I've actually played is also Fellow Liti and Mellow and Sleazy. It's Vuma. They really like that. And of course, you gotta drop a mne here and there. Top 3. Love. For sure. Love Love. Zone 6, I've had some good times. Love Zone 6, especially when you want a bigger audience. And they just eat whatever you give them. Love it. A tough crowd sometimes, but very good. And the third venue that I played at, this was a venue in Durban, was Hugo. According to me, not in a particular order, but it's definitely Devon Coco #1. Love her for her mixing. Her skills are insane. And she's cool. And she's a realistic person to compare yourself to because her journey spans from years before. And she's just grown. The second one is K-Mat. You've seen her grow from the beginning. She's really, really talented. Mixing is clean. She looks the part. She's also a very calm, cool person that you can really look up to. And then the third one, I will say Uncle Waffles. I know people might say it's cliche, but Uncle Waffles, because she's taken piano to a different height in terms of visuals, in terms of branding, and in terms of understanding that you can actually make a DJ set, not just a set, but a performance. I love boots. So I just get my boots from Zara. They're very comfortable, Doc Martens. But sneakers, Air Force Ones, but they get dirty very easily. And then the third one, just any sort of a comfortable shoe. Whether it's from Zara, whether it's from Woolworths, doesn't have to be a particular brand. I just like comfortable shoes because we're on our feet all the time. So I wouldn't advise DJing in heels. Well, the top 3 events or clubs/venues that I'd like to play at is 1, Piano People, Piano Land, Coachella, of course, everybody. It's not piano, but I'd love to play at Coachella. And I would also just like to do Afro Nation. I would say women must, boys, girls, everybody should register to TRNSD Academy or any academy, honestly, because they give you a platform and a start that a lot of us DJs did not get. Most of us had to start from scratch, having to borrow equipment, having to struggle with, finding the right times to be able to practice and learn. If you go to TRNSD Academy, the equipment is here. You just need to bring yourself and your sticks. There's also resources. At the end of the month, they do assist you with some gigs. So it puts you at a bit of a 5 steps ahead in comparison to some people. And it will give you a taste of what the industry is like. But a nice way is that you are basically ushered into it as opposed to just trying to figure out everything from scratch by yourself. And you're taught very valuable lessons. And through HowSheDJs, you guys get to see other upcoming DJs who are also trying their best, give you advice, and tell you of certain things that you should avoid in order to make your journey easier. Because for us, it's not about who's next as competition. It's about how can I make the next person's journey easier so that they don't have to go through the same things that I went through in order to get to where they want to be.